The Man Who Knocked Back. I never believed in ghosts. Not really. I'm the kind of person who needs proof, solid, logical explanations. Strange sounds or pipes, shadows or tricks of light. Fear is just the brain trying to protect itself. That's what I told myself for years, until the night I stayed in my grandfather's house. The house stood alone at the edge of a forgotten village, surrounded by dead trees and silence so thick it felt physical. My grandfather had passed away a month earlier, and someone needed to sort through his belongings before the place was sold. I volunteered without hesitation. It was just a house, after all. I arrived just before sunset. The sky was a dull gray, the kind that presses down on you. As I unlocked the front door, it let out a long, tired creak, like it was warning me. Dust hung in the air, glowing briefly in the fading light. The house smelled of old wood, dampness, and something faintly metallic. I shrugged it off. That first evening was quiet, too quiet. No insects, no wind, no distant dogs barking, just silence and the soft ticking of an old clock in the hallway. I ate dinner from a can and decided to sleep in my grandfather's old room. That's when I heard the knock. It was gentle, 3 slow taps. Knock, knock, knock. I froze, sitting upright on the bed. The front door was far away, and the house was old. Sounds traveled strangely. Still, the knock sounded close, too close. "Hello?" I called, my voice thinner than I wanted. No answer. I waited a full minute before standing up. The hallway was dark, even though I had left the lights on earlier. The bulbs flickered weakly as I walked toward the front door. When I opened it, there was no one there. Just darkness stretching into the trees. I laughed nervously, closed the door, and locked it. Old houses make noise, that's all. I went back to bed. The second knock came at exactly 3:17 a.m. This time, it wasn't on the door, it was on the wall beside my bed. 3 slow taps, right next to my head. I froze. My heart pounded so loudly I was sure whatever was knocking could hear it. "Stop," I whispered. Silence. The next morning, I found marks on the wall, 3 faint indentations, like something had pressed against the wood from the inside. I'd told myself it was damage from years ago. I stayed another night. That was my mistake. On the second night, the house felt different, heavier. The air was colder even though the windows were closed. I kept the lights on, every single one. Still, the corners of the room seemed darker than they should have been. At 3:17 a.m., the knocking returned. This time, it came from everywhere. Walls, ceiling, floor. Knock, knock, knock. Always 3 times. I jumped out of bed, shaking. "Who is it?" I shouted. The knocking stopped. Then, from the hallway, I heard footsteps. Slow, careful, bare feet on wood. I stood frozen, staring at the doorway. A shadow passed beneath it, blocking the light for just a second. I could hear breathing now, dry, strained breathing, like someone who hadn't used their lungs in a long time. The doorknob turned, just slightly. I screamed and backed away as the door creaked open. No one stood there, but the air rushed into the room, icy cold, and I felt something brush past me, like fingers grazing my arm. In the morning, I found an old journal in my grandfather's desk. I don't know why I opened it. Maybe part of me already knew. The entries were short, repetitive. He knocked again. I didn't answer. He doesn't like being ignored. 3 knocks means he's close. The final entry was dated 50 years earlier. I knocked back. I shouldn't have. My hands trembled as I closed the book. That night, I packed my bags and prepared to leave before sunset.
As I carried my last box to the door, I noticed something carved into the wood from the inside. 3 small marks. The door slammed shut behind me. The lights went out. I ran to the door, pulling at the handle. It wouldn't move. Then, slowly, from the other side of the door came the sound I dreaded most. 3 knocks. I stepped back, shaking. I didn't know why I did it. Fear, panic, instinct. I knocked back 3 times. The house fell silent, too silent. Then I heard it, right behind me, a voice, close to my ear. "You finally answered." I don't remember leaving the house. I don't remember how I got to my car. I only remember waking up on the road miles away, the sun rising like nothing had happened. I never went back, but sometimes at exactly 3:17 a.m., when my house is quiet and the world feels thin, I hear it. 3 slow knocks on the wall beside my bed. And this time, I don't answer.